Hello everyone, this is Stateline.railfan here, and today's video is going to be about Searchlight Simulations CP AC4400CW. This locomotive is extremely detailed and it has great sounds. The bell sound is on the right side of the locomotive, you know, it's not in the middle like DTG's products, but this is the most high quality product on the transfer market, in my opinion. If you want to pick up this locomotive for yourself, I'll leave this down in the description below. But if you not know how to drive a train, or especially a locomotive, I would highly recommend to read the manual that comes with this locomotive. Alright, first things first, let me tell you a little bit about this distance counter. This distance counter is pretty crucial to your train, especially when you have a long train. What it does is that, so say where I'm at now, I place my distance counter, and then I move forward, it will beep at me saying that, hey, your rear of your train just passed that mark of where you set your distance counter. And especially it comes in handy when you're changing speed limits, or you know you're going to stop so you don't block any roads or crossings or slow down. Alright, so second thing is that you need to know your train length. So in the quick drive tab, when you're making your own train, and once you're done making it, down below it will show you your tonnage and then your how long your train is. So you can either try to remember it, or you can write it down on a piece of paper, or you can just press Control I, and it'll give you everything you need to know, including your train length and your car count, axle count, everything. So I am 5,273 feet. So when I'm going to go is either this screen or this screen. Both screens work. I mainly use this screen for my locomotive data and my train data. But what I would use this screen for is my distance counter. So first things first, I would go to Operator's Function, Distance Counter, Preset Counter. Now, you may be thinking I would start in this slot, but no, this slot right here is for 10,000 foot and above. So say like 10,000 foot empty coal train or 10,000 foot stack train. This is where this slot will come in handy. Now if you have anything below 10,000 foot, you would move over to this slot. So what you want to do is you would hold down your F2 key and just hold it until you get to whatever your first number is. And then I believe I was, yes, okay. And then you just do this, and of course if you make a mistake, just keep going past your number and it'll reset back down to 0. Yes, and make sure to hit enter. If you don't, it won't save. Alright, then you'll see here in the top right corner, you will see our distance, 5,273 foot. Alright, now, reverser and forward. Now we're going to start moving. Now, the most important thing to keep in mind about your distance counter is that if I press 2 on my keyboard and I go outside, my distance counter will pause. Alright, like, so say if I start moving and my distance counter goes down to 4,000 foot, and I, you know, go outside and listen to my locomotive going down the tracks, it will stay at 4,000 foot. So it's very important to be in the cab while your distance counter is running. Otherwise, your distance counter won't be accurate at that point. Alright. Flow's already down to 0. And sorry for my headlights, I think it's a little glitch. It appears extra bright at night. Alright. Flow's already at 0. Notch up a little bit. Put it in notch 1. I have no clue whether my train's stretched out or bunched up or not. I always assume it's stretched out. I am a loaded coal train. 2 in the front, 2 in the rear. Leaving it notch 1 a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to feather my independent. then sometimes my rail driver will just automatically put in a notch 2. It's a little sensitive. And I'll feather my independent a little bit, and also occasionally it bails off. It's a little weird. Alright. I'll keep it a notch 2 for a little bit, so my train can get all stretched out. You see our distance counter is going down. Now, keep in mind, as I said, if you go outside your train view and listen to the locomotive or your cars or whatever, it will pause and then it won't be accurate. Alright, notch up a little bit. So, while our train's revving up a little bit and getting up to speed, let me tell you what I have planned for the future for doing videos like this. So, as you know, I'm going to start off with this video called How to Set Up Your Distance Counter with Searchlight Simulations CP AC4400CW. Next one I would probably do how to take off your train on a flat grade, on a downhill and an uphill. It's fairly simple, but it gets a lot more harder the heavier your train is. The lighter the train, the easier, the heavier the train. It's a lot harder. Next video, I'll probably show you how to stretch brake. Stretch brake, it's probably one of the more easier things. You could stop quickly without bunching up your train. When I learned it made stopping my train a whole lot easier. And then I'll figure out what to do then. I'll probably just do scenario runs with no commentary or with commentary. Alright, let's check on our distance counter. Our distance counter is down to roughly 4,500 foot. Right now I'll probably notch up to notch 4. So I'm watching my horsepower, I'm watching my amps, and my speed predictor. This helps me determine when train's gonna speed up, slow down, if I'm gonna hold speed at all. Oh yeah, this idea just popped in my head. I'll probably do how to set up your locomotive properly. Yeah, that almost like to be a video I would do. Let's see what prediction is. Alright, we got it clear. Which is very good to go for a little while. So if I remember correctly, I set the distance counter right before we entered the crossing where I started at. So when this thing reaches the 0, our DPU should be of where that crossing is. And if it's not, well, then I've done something wrong. Then I'll probably restart this tutorial if I did do something wrong. $86.26. I've run on those locomotives lots of times. The crossing camera now. Alright, now we're down to roughly 500 foot. Reaching 0 here pretty quick. other distance counter. So what you want to do is stop counter and then recall preset. Alright, so now it's back to a bunch of numbers. Now let's take a look at our DP. Yep, road crossing is back there. Quick distance counter was active. Alright, well that is it for this tutorial. I hope you have learned something from this. And if you really want to see more and learn more about this locomotive, I highly recommend like and subscribe. And of course leave a comment if you have any questions or concerns, and I'll more than likely answer back to you the best that I can. Alright, have a good one.